To withhold my emotions, which I've tried to do for many years. Anyway, first of all, thank you, my family members that are here, both from my mother and my father's side. I appreciate y'all traveling to be here. Thank y'all so much. Deshaun, give this up from the back, please. Another part of G.I.F.T is the men. Men have been out of place. In American culture, men have been out of place. Some fault of our own, some by design. And in order for the family to get back together, men have to be in the rightful places. So, G.I.F.T vision is to have male, transforming them into becoming men, then to becoming husbands, and then fathers, which is the natural order. Now, that has not been the case in what we have seen and we have identified with our culture. Now, even if you've been a father, that doesn't mean you're a man. Even if you've been married, doesn't mean that you're a husband, because we don't have the proper tools to help us to become who we are supposed to become, or we are. So it's providing those training, those resources, those partnerships with male, helping them to becoming men, helping them to becoming husbands, then becoming fathers. And if you've gone through the process already, just giving you the tools to get all those things back together. Recently, I was sharing with a testimony real briefly about a couple. They were married for years, got divorced for 10 years, now they're married again. And the older children, that's 20-odd years old, never realized or never seen their father in the way that they've seen him now that he's implemented God into it. Now he's becoming a man. This is a man that has grandchildren, and now he's learning to become a man and a husband. So those are things that we cannot be ashamed of where we are, the mistakes that we have made, and what we thought society said that to be a man is what you have to do. It's not about other women. It's not about having your certain body parts. We don't want to get it to go to, just because we have to pay a debt. Which should not be the case. You should be free and joyful to go where you're going to work and what you do. And you have gifts and talents that could help to generate other resources as well. Tonight you're looking at some awesome design gifts, and I look at that I'm not even sure what to call that. What's that, Ms. BJ? That is a quilt, not quilt, crochet. I don't know how this woman did that. And she has a 9 to 5. More than one. But anyhow, she has other gifts and talents. So likewise, many of us, all of us. And because of our financial positions, we're not able to express our gifts and our talents how we should. Many of us have not been given that opportunity, or taking that opportunity. Right? We are scared, we're timid, we're just tied down to the 9 to 5 way of life and not express ourselves, true gifts and talents that we have. And I'm telling you, each and every one of us, looking around the room, have at least 3. And many of you are not being tapped into. The other aspect of gift is, the whole aspect of it is, again, the family. So if men are in their rightful places, we have better children, better homes, better wives, the whole family, better churches, better communities, overall a better country, right? Then we have, and I've seen that through my mother. I don't know how this woman did what she did. This woman has some talents and some gifts. I'm not sure how. I can't even show you how small a can of mackerel is in Jamaica. A small can of mackerel. How many people that thing fed? I'm not sure how she did it. Nobody could come to our house and not leave with something, being fed or whatever it may be. I'm not sure how she did it. My mother was not rich, believe me. By the time when she transitioned here, she was making less than $200 a month, US dollars, in this conversion rate, a month. Less than $200. And most times she didn't even get paid. The place that she was working for, they didn't even pay her for months. Right? But she made sure that it doesn't matter which holiday, these children and their mother had stuff. Doesn't matter what she's doing. Right now I have things that she's sent over the years for them and their mother. Support for that to happen. So my godmother, she paid for that. She was actually my teacher. When I left high school, graduated from high school, she also paid for me to go back and take other classes. This woman has always been giving. I'm telling you about a classroom each year of at least 50 students. And she's been teaching, she taught actually for over 30 years at one school. She was teaching for over 40 years. And she has done that for years, ever since. So there's a scholarship in honor of her, Delia Bowen Union Scholarship. And she transitioned this year. Saw her 1 month, 2 weeks after she died. She transitioned. She was fine, by all account, but she had I can't remember what they said she had, some heart failure or something. I don't remember what it was, stroke or something like that. But anyhow, in 2015, I asked her, I told her about the idea that I had, and she was very excited about it. But at the time, the school that she was a part of for over 30 years, she didn't want it to be, because that's the school that I went to. I didn't want it, I wanted to start it there. But she didn't want it to start because there were some things happening in the school that need to be cleared up first. So she didn't give me the green light until this year, when I saw her. Week and a half later, she died. And I've been trying for years to get the school to get things going down there, because I can't be there to get a committee going on, because they have to submit a packet. I wanted the school to select a bunch of students to select to put together a packet. Not the brightest students, not the smartest, not the richest students, but students who have potential like I did, but doesn't have the resources to get things done. That's what I'm looking for. People that were in my shoes. So she gave me the green light this year, and then I said a week and a half afterwards she transitioned. So one of the teachers finally at the school, she's one of the vice principals, she got together 7 students, and I met with them. There are pictures around here somewhere. And we were identifying something to go on for next year. So when she transitioned, there was an urgency, I believe, to start it this year. So long story short, we have given 3 students scholarships this year. I remember speaking to someone that's here tonight, and I told him about the idea that I had about, it's actually for giving books to go to high school. Because you have to buy all your books and everything like that to transition to high school. Everything you have to buy in Jamaica. You don't get anything like here free in the school system. Anyhow. So everything has to be purchased. You have to pay tuition, you have to buy uniforms, you have to buy books, all that stuff. Everything is expensive. So the whole aspect I had at first was to provide a book voucher for all their books going into 7th grade. And which is about $300 US dollars. So that was the idea. But then I brought it to someone's attention. It's like, so what about food? I was like, golly, I didn't think about that part. Because this is how I think. I don't like asking anybody for anything. So I figured if $300 for a book voucher, I should be able to come up with $300 myself if nobody else gives. That's my little thought process. So if nobody else could help, I could come up with $300 to help a child to get a book voucher. That's where I was. But in speaking about my goal, my desire, my vision, I look on God place in my heart, He has used other people to bring it up. Way above my head. I can't do this by myself. So I said, food, all right, lunch. I said, let me look into that. So I started that process this past summer of looking into how it would go to get these students fed every day. Anyhow, it's a stressful process getting everything that I need to get done, but nonetheless, found that it's pretty much $3 US per day for a child to get fed. So I've already started the lunch voucher. They started the book voucher this year with these 2 students. And let me tell you real quickly about these 2 students. One is J. Lachey, right, and the other one is Christina Shirley. Both wonderful, brilliant young ladies. J. Lachey is very gifted in athletics. She plays 3 different sports. Both of them are singers. They love the Lord, which is a wonderful coincidence, thank God. And they're very humble young ladies, very beautiful young ladies. Now, one thing happens, I'm not sure how much, if it happens here in the United States, I'm not accustomed to that happening, but in the Caribbean, generally, if your parents are poor, you don't have it. There are men in the community that's more likely going to prey on these young girls. They don't have it, they can't, they'll give them what they can and then take advantage of them. I don't want nothing like that to happen to these young girls. Christina, I didn't tell me I could share a little bit, so you have to send an essay in. So Jay Lachey, I said she does track in the field. Very gifted, wonderful young girl. She's much taller than I am, and she's like 12 years old. That's one of the recipients as well. But anyhow, I'll come to her later on. But anyhow, Jay Lachey, very gifted, wonderful young girl. Single parent. I have a younger sister as well. But I mean, she's very smart. She has an average of 80, I think it was 87 average, and this is not anything simple to obtain in high school. But then you have Christina. Christina Shirley, her father is 64 years old. Her mother left her and her brother when she was 4 years old. Left and went away, left them with their father. And she was actually living with her mother for a little while, like a few months, and she expressed to her mother that she wants to go live with her father. And because she verbalized that, her mother took a machete, and she was 4 years old, and beat this little girl. She ran away. And wherever she ran, they ended up bringing her to her father. Now, he's much older, very hard to find jobs. His pension is $100 US per month. And that can't even send her to school. But anyhow, long story short, she needs help. But the awesome thing with this young girl is she was bullied every day for not having lunch. Every day she goes to school, people laugh at her for not having food. Recently when she started high school, her father has $400. This was like $3. And he gave her to, he said that's all he has to give her to go to school. Just to buy, he said don't watch what the other kids are buying for their lunch. Buy what you can afford and do your best. And she told me that there was a test, an examination, a math examination that day. And she got 95%. Now this child graduated from primary school, again it's very difficult, with a 94.5 average. She's very smart, but just don't have it. So these are two of the girls that I'm providing lunch for the semester, for the school year. And I need help to get that done. I told them it's already done, which financially hasn't been paid for the year yet. But it started with what I can. So I need your help to get these things done. Next, you already started the process to identify the 2019-20 recipients. That process already started. They have to provide a packet. I'm trying to get them ready for their future. So they have to get letters from their teachers, someone in the community, and then an essay as well, written about why they deserve this scholarship. And I chose not to bring the essays that they wrote this time because I can't read that. I just can't read it. So I have it tucked away. But I do speak to them. Pretty much these two girls are almost like my daughters now. Pretty much they are. The school is going to send me reports about your attendance and how they do in school, all these different things. Part of the requirement that I have for them is that they have to have an extracurricular activity, which they've shown several interests in so many different things. So I know that won't be an issue. But I want it to be examples in your community. I want you to serve in your communities and give back as well. So that's gift for right now. The Daily Boy Newling Scholarship, because of what she had done in my life. And again, she planted a seed that will continue to live on. I was speaking to my cousin last night. That story right here, and she said something that just reminded me of why I'm here and who I am. It doesn't matter where I go, it doesn't matter how long I haven't seen my family members, it's something that's consistent. And I realize it's not I don't have to try to do it. It's just come natural. And I endeavor to keep that as much as I can because I'm a very down-to-earth person. I try not to express myself too much. Because that's why I wear glasses most times. I'm just giving y'all a secret. Because I hold back my tears so much. When my mother transitioned, I cried probably once. I was too busy laughing and keeping everybody else up. In the meantime, I had to ask my brothers and sisters, why am I not crying? They said, it's all right, brother. Everybody mourns differently. I didn't have the time. I had too many things going on. And I realized I was telling a group of people this morning that I have not sat back and enjoyed life as I should have, or the experiences or the processes I'm going through as I should have, because I find myself not exhaling as much. I find myself giving and just continue to give and continue to help and to do things and not sit back and enjoy. Like even tonight, I didn't sat back and enjoy the entire process and breathe and, just relax. And I need to do that more. So I'm going to do that more. I'm going to enjoy life more. And it's not about going out doing things. It's just, for me, it's just about sitting back and enjoying the process, regardless of how difficult or challenging it may be. Because I have to even tell my son recently, don't make the challenge that you go through stop you from going through. Not because you hit a roadblock doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path. That's a journey for you. Just trust God, ask God, and if that's the way that He's leading you, continue to do that. What I'm doing tonight, I could have given up so many times. Actually, I wanted to give up so many times because I don't like asking people for anything. That's just prideful. I have to kill that thing. I can't let that continue. So, I'm here tonight asking you for your contributions, your help. Deshaun, bring me that thing, please. And that's why we have these wonderful gifts here. It's a silent auction. I didn't come up with this idea myself. I've never been to a silent auction. But again, God brings people in my life to help with a vision. I think I want to advance here. So, I stepped out on faith and I said, I have to get this branded. Gift is now incorporated. My pastor just came in. What's up, Pop? Yes, sir. So it's now incorporated, I said, and this is a logo. This is a t-shirt, which you're $17 to help towards the different missions that we're doing. The scholarship fund mainly, and the other part I didn't mention about gift is for giving gifts throughout the year. It's not just only about Christmas and Thanksgiving when people are in the gift-giving frame of mind. We want to go out and cut people's yards or pay people to go do somebody's lawn service if they can't do it themselves. We want to help to train people who have not been in the workforce for a while, get them the necessary training that they need to get back into the workforce. We want to do so many things throughout the year, giving gifts randomly. That's what we're about. So we have these shirts, God is Forever True, as a gift. And you can see the package there. You have to see the logo with a hand. Then we have the armbands, which I constantly wear as a reminder. Whenever I'm going through certain things, there's some things, scripture comes to mind most times, and I like to look at something on my hand, almost like I'm looking at my watch. God is forever true. You're going to be all right. And just keep on ticking. So I have a couple of these here tonight as well. Hold this for me, please, Pops. Thank you, sir. And as you can see again, Miss BJ did most of these designs. We have, Miss Strong is going to talk more about it when she comes up. But that's what the silent auction is going to go towards. And anything y'all do tonight, and also the booklets on there. Miss BJ designed those as well. So we're the, what do you call it now? The bookmark is. That's where you could put your gifts or your seeds being sown. I'm going to turn it over right now. If you have any other questions, please feel free to inquire. And I want y'all to enjoy yourselves tonight. Have a good time, party. Enjoy yourselves, mix, mingle, get to know someone else you haven't seen in a while. And I really appreciate each and every one of y'all being here. I really, truly do. I just want y'all to have fun. I'm going to turn it over now to Ms. Strong, who's going to embellish more on this auction, because I need to know about it myself. I see something I want to have to bid on.
Hello. How is everybody? I make them mad at work, because when I walk in, I say, good morning. It's like, there is no way in the world that somebody could be that happy in the mornings, but that's me. But as I was listening at Dean talk, I thought about my grandchildren. And I thought about if my grandchildren was in need, I pray that someone will help them. You know, even with, like he said, with finances. I like the idea when he said mentoring men. I actually go to the prison once a week to mentor men. And I also mentor little children. And so